Hello everyone, this is Phelan Dea, sitting here in the sleeper of my truck on the side of the highway, recomposing myself. And since I've decided to sit here for a bit, unscheduled mind you, I've decided to make this video. I guess just to talk things out audibly to a camera. But I may actually upload this because I think this is pretty important. So one of the biggest concerns, right, for truck drivers is mental well-being and mental awareness while driving. And sometimes if you let stress get away from you, you let things start bothering you that have been bothering you, in recent days, or, what have you, it can build up inside, and it can build up inside quickly. The risk of this is if it starts overwhelming your mind too much, it becomes a distraction. And it can be the type of distraction that can make you a dangerous driver. This actually just happened to me. Fortunately, I caught myself, but it's just been a rough week, actually. It's been a pretty rough week. Nothing bad happened to me, but at least during this trip. But this is the time of year when a lot of memories surface, between it being the anniversary of my father's death, combined with it being my birthday practically within 24 hours of each other. It's an emotional roller coaster. Add to that, Labor Day rolled around and holiday traffic, accidents everywhere. And I saw a nasty one yesterday that it touched home. Like, they had the guy pulled out of the car and the first responders weren't even there yet. First responders hadn't even gotten there yet. The accident literally happened about a mile ahead of me as I was approaching, saw the dust settling and everything. They're pulling this guy out, giving him CPR. All right, you see, describing it is nothing. And you guys hearing it is probably nothing. You're probably thinking, well, that's not such a big deal. But when you're actually there and you see it, it's a big deal. So that's burning in the back of my head. The fact that it was a truck-involved accident, by the way. Pickup truck hit the back of a semi. So that image is burned in my head, plus other stuff that's been on my mind, plus my sweetie had to stay home this trip, so first time being on the road alone in like a little over a month. So that was kind of a frustration. Things stacked up. All of this is going through my head and my brain is racing at the same time as I'm driving down the highway. Mind you, I'm going down a mountain grade. And some RVs were going like really slow, like even more slow than a semi should be going. So I jumped left, started going around the RVs. And the RVs were nice about it. They let me by. It was pretty cool. I'm so used to people, a truck's starting to pass me, I'm going to speed up. But these guys were really cool about it, and they were, keeping slow. But then it happened. I'm looking in the right mirror, clearing to see if I can jump in front of the RVs, and then I look ahead and I see brake lights and traffic coming at me, and I'm on a 7% grade going downhill, all the way down on the brakes, trying to bring a very heavy truck to a stop. And I stopped in time, but it was a close call. It was too close of a call. I think if I wasn't paying extra attention to my right mirror, I would have stopped a lot sooner. And to me, a close call even is kind of unacceptable. So that happened just now, and here I sit. What happened, like I said, I stopped in time, and I signaled, and I went right, and I was right there at an exit ramp where this happened. So I just went right. I went on the exit ramp. The RVs let me over. Thank you, RVs. I'm used to RVs being total dipweeds to me, so you guys were awesome for your species. But yeah, so here I sit off that exit ramp, and here I'm gonna stay. So why the video, right? He's like, is this like a confession video? It's not really a confession video. It's a learning video. I got off on this exit ramp because it's important to know your limits. It's important to know when too much has already passed. I was beyond that limit. I should have stopped sooner. I should have stopped probably a few miles back when I was feeling the frustration go through my head. I didn't, and I almost paid the price for it. But the hard brake, it was a hard brake coming down a hill. Safety's probably going to see a hard brake, look at the camera and go, what the hell were you doing? So I'll probably have that conversation tomorrow. But anyway, why I'm trying to make this video is to emphasize there is no dignity loss in getting the hell off the road. If you catch yourself getting frustrated, you catch yourself being riskier than you should be as a professional driver, there is no dignity loss in getting off the road. Now, I know this is the part where some of you super truckers are going to go, oh yeah, you just grin and bear it and keep driving, be a man about it. Okay, you can think what you want, and I will just observe you as a big fucking moron. Here's how I see it. I'm man enough to admit that I am overwhelmed right now. I'm man enough to admit that right now my emotions are out of my control, and I needed to get off the road until I compose myself. I've been sitting here for about 30 minutes, and I'm probably going to sit here for a good another 30 minutes, maybe even another hour. I've got plenty of time on my clock. I'm in no danger of missing where my destination is tonight. I'm going to sit here, I'm going to cool off, and then when I feel like I'm composed enough to drive calmly and carefully, I will go on. After I get done recording this video, I'm going to call I'm going to call somebody. You know, if Otto's not available, I'll call Nathan, I'll call somebody. There's no dignity loss in that either. Call somebody. So, what should you do if you find yourself not being a safe driver? Get the hell off the road. Call somebody, talk to them, gather yourself, rest. And that's a temptation of mine too. I may just spend the night here. I don't know. I may just go to bed. I'm not tired yet, but you know, whatever. I'm 24 hours ahead of schedule. And this is why I love being ahead of schedule, because it gives me leeway in cases like this. By the way, I cannot express my gratitude for my company for dispatching us on routes that give us enough time to where we can make these calls. A lot of companies dispatch you with such a short amount of time that if I did this with a lot of other companies I've worked for, I'd be running late. So, yeah, to my company, I appreciate the ability to get off and compose myself. And now I feel like I'm going to get really emotional, so I'm going to stop this recording right now. 10 minutes, pretty good run for the recording time, so that's that. Guys, don't be afraid to get off the road if you feel you're getting overwhelmed in your mind. Don't do it. It's just, don't keep driving. Get off the road, do like what I'm doing. Compose yourself. Talking on this recording has helped me a little bit, so hopefully I'll be able to get on the road soon. Talk to you guys later. Stay safe out there.